Hello there and welcome back to another one of my thrilling videos about the types of cameras that I find in charity shops, shoot on and then share the results with you. So today we are looking at the Canon AF-7s. Actually been one of my favourite cameras to shoot with so far. So without further ado, going to give you a slightly flatter look. Okay, so let's have a closer look at the Canon Sureshot AF-7s, and I did a little bit of research. There's limited information out there. There is some, but it seems that this camera continued in a line of cameras. I think there was one of its predecessors was called like the Owl, but there's not a lot of actual videos of this camera, although I found some manuals of the camera that went before it, and I'll just show you that. It seemed it was called, and I'll show you, the Sureshot Sureshot AF-7, but you can see it looks a little bit different to the camera kind of that we've got in front of us here. But this is an AF-7s. This one was a Sureshot AF-7. So it's given me some information about what some of the bits and bobs are on this camera. So looking at this camera, so first and foremost, there's a few things I was a little bit confused about on this camera, so I just want to talk to you about that. So first and foremost, if you see at the top here, we've got a tiny little dot here, then we've got a slightly larger area here, and then we've got another more circular area down the bottom here. And I was a bit confused because I thought usually one of the the cameras will have a like a light meter, so to help you meter. But I was a little bit confused about what these all were. So by looking at the previous model, it would seem that this little dot at the top and the bigger one at the bottom here, that is your light receptor and your light emitter. Now I'm going to admit I'm not quite sure in my own mind how that works and what the purpose of that is for. I understand what a light meter is and what that does, but I'm not quite sure the receptor and the emitter. So if anybody can explain that to me so I can better understand that, that would be great. And I want to talk to you about the light receptor, I believe it's called, and that is this item here, or this thing here. That to me I think is the light meter. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But that is apparently what they are. So just to go over it again, light receptor, light emitter at the top, light receptor at the bottom. So yeah. Anyway, so if you want to start shooting with this camera, and this is what I love about this camera, the simplicity of this camera is great. So if I want to start shooting, there we go, we're ready to go straight away. Such a simple camera as well. Few things at the very top. So we've got a timer mode, it's a self-timer mode. You press that and it's going to give you 10 seconds to get ready, and you're going to have the shot taken. Also down there we've just got control over the flash, so if you just press that you can see no flash, flash, no flash. That's straightforward. And take your picture, take your picture. That's it. You want to load your film up, it's as simple as we know. Pop it in, electronically wound on, you're ready. That is it. There is nothing else to show you on this camera, and that is what I loved about it. So if I just show you the self-timer, we'll press the self-timer, so it's ready to rock and roll. We're going to turn it around, sorry, we're going to take a picture. And what you'll see, is that the flash will start flashing, and that's basically a 10-second countdown to get yourself into position. And once you're all posed up, fantastic. Can't really knock this camera at all. The simplicity is great, and I just love shooting with it because of that. So, do you own a Sureshot AF-7s? Let me know. Obviously at the end of this video I will put on the pictures that I've taken with it, and I just want to talk about that actually, because I actually took this camera out and shot in the recent storm that we had here in the UK. That was Storm Ciara, and I'll put a little bit more information about that at the end. But I went out with my camera, and I think somewhere, just bear with me one moment, yeah, it was on the 9th of February that I went out shooting with this. There are a couple of extra shots after the 9th of February, but there's quite a few images here from when Storm Ciara hit the UK. And I was also shooting with a Fujifilm Superia Extra 400, and that's one of the more expensive films that you buy from the shops. So I just kind of hope that I'm going to be able to capture some of the movement of that storm, and I'm also going to be curious to see how the colour pictures come out. So I'll put those at the end of the video and let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much, and that is me signing off.